After a wild race at Pikes Peak, Colorado last week, which saw multiple battles and a two-house split between the eventual race winner of Chase Harris and Benny Watson. While Kennington is dominating early on, but we're only 6 races in today at the Tricky Triangle at Pocono Raceway is the Snapple Mango Madness 150, race 7 of the season. And after today, we will be halfway through season 2 of the Amsoil ARCA Series. Let's see who gets it done at the Tricky Triangle. What's up, everyone? This is Lance, and that's Race 97, aka Nathan Stapleton. Here, and welcome to Pocono Raceway, and welcome to the Snapple Mango Madness 150. And hopefully, we can have some madness here today, but we'll see what happens. It's going to be very interesting. This track is always unique. Of course, it has played the host of the regular season finale in both Trust and Cup before, and we'll see what happens here for the Amsoil ARCA Series, especially with how the points are and where the top 2 in points specifically start here today. I'm not alone for this one. I'm joined by Matthew Huber for the first time ever on the channel. Welcome to Pocono.
Yep, definitely. It's gonna be interesting to see how these drivers adapt to this race. It's not gonna be as chaotic as the Cup Series and Truck Series, since it's not the regular season finale, but rather halfway through the standings. Definitely gonna be interesting to see how this will play out for those championship competitors, especially considering that Ron County and Tanner Partner are starting where they are. Hopefully they can recover relatively well. It's definitely gonna be interesting.
Oh yeah, without doubt, you mentioned where some of the drivers up there points start. Kennington and Pun start in the second half of the field. Meanwhile, Jordan Stout and Jay Rando start in the front half of the field, so that could be really interesting. And based on what we've seen so far this season, Ronald Kennington has been the dominant driver of the ARCA Series, and we'll see what ends up happening here today. One thing we will see here, because like I said, it's not the regular season finale, but it does mark the halfway point of the season, and it's been a crazy first half. How do you think everyone's going to shake out at this track, knowing there's 3 different turns, 3 different straightaways, and only 20 laps to get the job done?
Well, I'm not entirely sure how it's gonna play out. It may play out like let's just say, a draft-through race. There's gonna be a lot of switching between different cars. You will probably see some people starting further up back, march their way through the field. Hopefully they get good results, considering how chaotic the point stands may become at the end of the season.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. The Tricky Triangle can be tricky, and let's go ahead and get to the point standings. Ron Kennington is leading the point standings with 5 top 10s on the season, has a 12-point advantage over Jordan Stout, the Cup Series champion from this year. Tampon is in 3rd, -16, and then Jay Rando, the Daytona winner, is in 4th, -19. Rando and Stout start in the front 12, and then Kennington and Pun start in the back 12, so that could be very interesting here today. Sustrai is in 5th, -21. Watson is in 6th, -25. Garcia and Crawford are tied for 7th, -28. And then Bruno Diacomo, who's on the pole, and Zachary Fitzwater are tied for 9th, -30. So, just with how dominant, especially the top 3 have been, of Kennington, Stout, and Pullen, is starting to break away. But, especially here today, and next week at Talladega, that's definitely going to close things up a little bit, or it might not, but we just have to wait and see. Let's go ahead and get these $24 running off here for the Snapple Mango Madness 150, and it will be Bruno Diacomo on the pole in the number 3, and alongside him is the number 15 of Lisa Michaels. Row number 2 is Benny Watson and the 75 of Eleanor Mendoza. Row number 3 is Jordan Stout and Zane Crawford. Row number 4 is Jay Rando and Mr. Edge, Nicholas Sanadillo. And row number 5 is going to be Track Haas and Aaron Abel. And gonna quickly see here, Tampon, you see right here, Stout deep in the field, and still does the 69 of Ronald Kennington. 24 cars, 20 laps here. It's gonna be a sprint race for these drivers. Who do you think will win the Snapple Mango Madness 150?
Well, considering where Tamper and Ronald Kensington are starting, I think this is the perfect opportunity for Jordan Stout in that 73 car to strike and maybe go for the points lead after the end of this race.
Not a bad pit, all the way with 1 win on the season. Just a little bit to the east in Pocono, Watkins Glen, I should say. So I just want to get a second northeast win and a second win on the season. And depending on what ends up happening, he could leave here as a point lead going into Talladega next week. But I don't know if you want to beat the points no matter what going into Talladega, because we all know that can be absolutely wild. But for Bruno Giacomo, he already won in the West Series last week, a couple weeks ago, I should say, at Phoenix Raceway. So, trying to get another race win here in these ARCA Series, and we'll see if he can do it from the pole. Off of turn number 3, it will be Bruno Giacomo and Racing Michaels running us to the green. And we are going racing for 20 laps of action for race 7 of the season, and for the Snapple Mango Madness 150 at Pocono Raceway. Great stuff from Giacomo. We're entering the tunnel. Here comes Ben Watson, who dominated at Pikes Peak in the first half, but couldn't quite get the race win. Side by side for the race lead between Watson and Giacomo into the tunnel, not into the tunnel, in turn 3. And almost contact washes up the racetrack a little bit. And they're going to stay side by side, meanwhile Jordan Stout right behind them. It's going to be Giacomo leading lap number 1 and getting a crucial bonus point.
Oh, and he's already going. Look at that. Jordan Stout's going to make it free white going into turn 1. Can he make it stick going down into turn 1? Putting Benny Watson and Bruno Giacomo in a close situation. They almost made contact there. But it's Jordan Stout leading. Like I said, it's going to be more of a shuffle race. We're going to see guys starting further back in the field maybe get their way up front.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, especially with the fast speeds of Pocono and no pit stops here today. Watson in second, and we'll see how long it takes Joey Rando all the way on the move in his number 30 machine and going through the field. Unfortunately, Tanner Pun and Ron Kennington are still in the back part of the field, but Jordan Stout is looking like he might just dominate this thing. We've had a good look of the special guest commentators picking the right race winners as of late, and we'll see if that trend continues here today. Stout out front, Watson in second, 20 closing from behind. Eleanor Mendoza inside the top 3, and here comes Jack Haas with help from Reese Michaels from behind early on at Pocono.
And there he goes. Jack Haas moving his way up to the field. Starting midway through the field, actually, and now he's already inside the top 10 and slap free. And this could be a good opportunity there. Even though Ronald Kensington and Tanner Parton are midway through the field, there is still plenty of time to get their way back up there and salvage a good run.
Oh yeah, without doubt. Fanning out in turn 1, 2, and 3 wide. Parton has moved himself up a little bit. However, Ronald Kennington is still deep in the field, and that's not what he wants to see whatsoever. Sliding all. Oh my goodness!
Oh my god, someone's upside down.
I think I saw the 68 fly in the air, but now the 68 is fine.
Man.
And Chase Hills and most recent winner and Mr. Ed Nichols same deal is also destroyed.
Wow. That lap 4, and we have a caution. Racing back to the line, Jordan Stout is leading. Looks like Eleanor Mendoza, Benny Watson, then Reese Michaels, and side by side for 5th, Jack Haas. Gonna get the position from the 6th.
Well, Was not expecting that. Don't know what entirely happened. Unfortunately, the development driver Takashi wasn't involved, but don't see too much damage on that 69, even though I thought I saw the hood go sideways in the air. And then unfortunately
Ooh.
maybe the 35, but especially the 2 of his who just went at Pike's Peak last week, and then Mr. Nick was same deal. He keeps on having a up and down scene. Every time he gets inside the top 10 in points, he falls back behind, and it looks like we might have had a little bit of a stack up between teammates. I think the 68 just ran into the back of the 69.
And to add insult to injury, Ronald Kenting didn't have a great qualifying run, and that might affect him for the rest of the race.
Oh yeah, without doubt, draft means so much here at Pocono. Tampon, however, already almost inside the top 10 and 15th, and he's on the move. This could be a catastrophic day for Ronald Kennington before Talladega next week. Let's go ahead and see what on earth happened off of turn number 1 to bring out the first caution of the day in the Snapple Mango Madness 150. Well, things got a little bit tight off of turn number 1 here at the Tricky Triangle. 3 wide, Takashi tried to thread the middle between Abel and San Mateo. And to the inside was number 10 Juan Lil, but doesn't really get involved in this. Aaron Abel tried blocking the 68 as the 68 of Takashi tried splitting the gap, and unfortunately got into the side of Nicholas San Mateo, and we thought the 68 flipped, but she came about close. She did everything but flip. It was on the side right there, and nowhere to go for last week's winner of Chase Harris to get involved. Same for Wani Dewani in the number 35. Great performance from the 69 of Kennington and the 55 of Burnett. But a 4-car incident, a almost flip from the 68 of Takashi, the Oswego third winner. A wild wide off of turn number 1. And unfortunately, it's going to collect Dewani, Harris, San Mateo, and Takashi.
3 wide going into Pocono is going to be a bit of a difficult situation there, and Takashi puts it wide a little too much and takes herself and San Mateo more than likely out of the race. Not entirely sure what happened there. Might have gone wide a bit too much, and that's what happens here.
Absolutely. It's very tight off turn number 1. Might be a little bit more wind than these drivers expected here today. Not entirely sure. But a tough break for all 4 drivers involved. And a tough break for Kennington, who I think got ran into the back by the 68 a little bit on the cooldown lap. We'll take and see of what happened. Slowing down into turn number 1. And there was a gap between the 68 and the 69. The 2 Will Kimmel was the Kimmel Racing teammates. And looks like the 68 just kind of checked up into the 69, and yeah,
Cal Bros was on the apron a bit there. Not sure what happened with him.
Yeah, Rose was a little bit out of line, and that might have slowed the 69 a little bit slower than what the 68 thought. And that's what happened right there. So tough break for those two, and a tough break for Kennington. Always started in the bet, and now has some damage in this one. Let's go ahead and get to the restart with Jordan Stout as the race leader here at Pocono Raceway. Welcome back to the Tricky Triangle here at Pocono Raceway. After the first crash of the day, it has been a wild season. And unfortunately, a wild crash almost had a flip once again. And Takashi, San Mateo, Harris, and Dewani were all involved. We will go back green next time by on lap number 9 of 20. 12 laps to go. We have 23 cars on the racetrack still, and unfortunately, for the Lord Development driver, Matthew, the number 68 of Takashi is done. On the top 10 is Jordan Stout, little pick, however, still lean. Mendoza in second, Watson in third, trying to get some revenge from Pikes Peak. Reese Michaels is in 4th, Jack Haas in 5th. The number 6 of Angel Gutierrez is in 6th. Bradley Ream in 7th. Bruno Giacomo in 8th. The number 06 of Will Parrish and the number 20 of Juan Garcia will lead us back to the green inside the top 10. Been a crazy race so far. Well, how do you think this is going to shake out for this restart?
I'm not sure. It's gonna be. You saw they're not afraid to make it 3 wide. Won't be surprised if we see another caution. But as for the leaders, Jordan South, he just needs to pull away from the field and hope they battle each other, so that he has a good gap between himself and the other pack. Anyways, we're going back to green flag.
Here we go, let's see what Jordan Stout has on this restart. He looks strong so far, but here we go back green, and he gets a great jump on Mendoza, and Watson and Reese Michaels might challenge for that 2nd place spot, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Look at these guys finding out 3 wide already, and we've not even made it into turn number 1 yet. 12 laps to go. Watson and Mendoza sliding up the racetrack. Oh man, turn 1 is a sketchy place here today at Pocono.
Yeah, I tell you, they almost did the same thing, and look at this. That is the 15. Reese Michaels is gonna make it, almost made it 3 wide for 2nd, as once again Jordan Stout pulling the way to a massive lead here, with going to 10 to go at this point. But Benny Watson not too far behind him.
Yeah, Ben Watson, he dominated the first half at Pikes Peak, but it was a restart that allowed Chase Ellis to move his way up through the field and eventually catch up to Watson. Luckily, the tie was not as significant here, but still that same thing could happen, but in reverse for Ben Watson with 10 laps to go this time by. How about Bradley Ream inside the top 5? He's had a up and down season, but mostly a down season here in the main ARCA Series. 23rd in points, does not have a top 10 yet, and as of now he will get his first top 5 on the season.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting there. Bradley Ream, he has not had the best of luck, considering I'm pretty sure he won last season. He was relatively competitive in the Cup Series, not so much in the Truck Series, but hey, that happens.
I'm pretty sure Ream did win. Oh my goodness, almost 3 and 4 wide from Jack Haas. I believe.
Oh my god.
Ream did win that Daytona last season. He won the East Open, and he's doing a lot better in the East Series this year than the main ARCA Series, that's for sure. Contact almost with himself and Watson. Jack Haas being aggressive. We know how aggressive he can be, and he made it 3 almost 4 wide into turn number 1. And look at this move all the way up to 2nd for Jack Haas.
Man, that 11 car is flying. They made it from 5th to 2nd, started midway through the field, and now his eyes are set on Jordan Stout, who has absolutely dominated this race so far.
And right now, maybe Jack Haas could be the driver to challenge Jordan Stout on the race win. So far, 6 races in, and we've not had a repeat winner yet. Kennington.
Oh, here he goes.
Oh boy, Kennington, Stout, Randall, Sustry, and Harris are the 5 winners so far. Well, the 6 are 5 out of the 6 winners, and then the other one is Takashi. So we've not had a repeat winner yet. Haas is trying to continue that streak. Here he goes. Haas to the inside of Jordan Stout, side by side for the race lead through the tunnel turn, and he's gonna get it with ease. New race leader. Oh, never mind. The 73 trying to fight back, but that probably won't work out. Look at Ream as well.
Yeah, Bradley Ream, as you mentioned, does not have a single top 10, and look at this. He might end up going for the lead past the 11 of Jack Haas. A massive improvement considering he's almost dead last in the standings, and while Jordan Stout is about to be swallowed up by the field. Here comes Angel Gutierrez and Reese Michaels now.
3 wide almost behind him. And that's how quickly things can change here at Pocono. Was leading and now he went from 3rd to 4th and maybe 5th or maybe 6th. This could be a season-changing day for Bradley Ream if he can get this first top 5, which will be his first top 10, but he might have a chance to make that his first win as well on the season, all over the back bumper of Jack Haas. And side by side back here for the 4th position. And quickly look and see where the opponent is. Almost inside the top 10. He looks like that's a battle for 11th between Pun and Sustry. So Pun having a good day. And meanwhile, Juan Kennington, he's still able to be in this lead pack, but he's definitely not able to pass anyone with having that damage. So not a good day for Jack Haas as battle for the race lead between Haas and Ream.
Yeah, Bradley Ream making it work going into turn 2. And he's gonna clear him. Awesome job there for Ream. Recovering there. And shout out to Jack Haas as well. Has made way past the semi-free of Jordan Stout. And now it's gonna be a battle between Bradley Ream, Jack Haas, and don't look now, here comes Angel Gutierrez in the 6th. Haven't mentioned him much, as they say that Tanner Purden has just cracked the top 10.
Yep, this is big. Tanner Purden inside the top 10, Stout inside the top 10, and meanwhile Juan Kennington is currently stuck in the 20th position. So this could be huge for the point standings. Could be very tight going into Talladega next week. Right where the points need to be tight, because it will get pretty chaotic there. But coming to 5 laps to go, we still have a race win to decide. Ream in the lead currently, but Jack Haas trying to make a charge at Ream, but lets off the gas into turn 3. Trying to build up that one down the long front stretch here at Pocono, and we're back under caution.
And another caution.
Oh my goodness,
man, Ray and Durrani's destroyed. Sam Media's in it again.
Jay Rando, I think, was involved. So is the 69, it looks like, because he's going down pit road. Bad day has gone to worse for Juan Kennington.
Man, I just don't know at this point.
Oh my god.
Again, this is going to change everything now. I was about to say, these 4 drivers up front, Bradley Ream, Jack Haas, Angel Gutierrez, and Reese Michaels, may have a chance to battle between themselves for the win, but now it's anyone's game. Or, oh wait.
Oh boy. Well, I think what we will be able to do, we should be able to have at least a green light checker finish. So let's go ahead and see what happened to bring out the second caution of the day late in the Snapple Mango Madness 150. Well, this might not be a short track, but we might have some tempers flailing here at Pocono Raceway. In the tunnel, I don't know if Randall got tight or what, but he just runs into the corner panel of the 20 of Juan Garcia, hits the outside wall, and then Garcia just turns to 30, 4th and 7th in points. Get involved, St. Crawford as well. They go spinning, and then look at this number 20 of Juan Garcia. Kennington's gonna hit him at just the right spot on the car. T-bone and flies in the air down the backstretch at Pocono Raceway. And a little bit more damage right there. So Kennington, his bad day got from bad to worse for him. And then, remember these 3 cars that have damage? Well, they can't see a single thing because of what's happening down the backstretch. And Harris and Sam Leo should make it through just fine. But unfortunately, Juan Durrani does not. And he really cannot see a thing. Because out of nowhere, boom, the number 20 of Juan Garcia gets rammed in the back bumper. And a bad crash that lasted from the exit of the tunnel turn all the way to the front stretch and with the straightaway and in 2023. A wild late race crash here at the Tricky Triangle.
Similar to what happened to Takashi in San Mateo, Jay Rando Furry Car washes up right into Juan Garcia and Zane Crawford. Garcia comes back up into Ronald Kensington, and they slide down the turn 2 backstretch, and unfortunately Ryan Durrani, nowhere to go, got caught up in the smoke, and that's gonna end this race right there and then.
Yeah, a tough day for all those drivers involved, especially Juan Durrani's second crash of the day. Tough day for Juan Garcia, tough race for Ronald Kensington as well. For the point leader and 7th in points and 4th in points, that's gonna really change everything going into Talladega next week. And we will go ahead and try and get a restart here. We should be able to. And let's go ahead and get back to the restart with only 2, maybe 3 laps to go here in the Snapple Mango Madness 150. Well, this has been definitely a race full of madness here today for the Snapple Mango Madness 150. 2 cautions, 2 cars that have caught air here today. But we are not done. We will have a 2-lap sprint to the finish, 2 laps, 5 miles here at Pocono Raceway to decide ourselves a winner here at the Tricky Triangle. Unfortunately, we do have 3 cars out from that latest crash. Juan Garcia, Juan Durrani, and Juan Kennington are all out of the day, and that is big for guys like Jordan Stout, Tanner Pun, even for Kyle Sustroy, who's just outside the top 10. Same with Benny Watson, who's up front. The Alchemist had a solid one. It's definitely going to be interesting what happens with the point standings heading into Talladega next week. But it will be Bradley Ream looking for his first win, first top 5, and first top 10 on the season. Followed by Jack Haas, Benny Watson, Reese Michaels, Eleanor Mendoza, Aaron Abel, Caleb Rose, Zachary Fitzwater, Tanner Pun, and Jordan Stout rounding out the top 10. And then there's Sustroy in 12th, and Watson right behind him in 13th. So a lot of potential new players into the championship fight leaving here today and going into Talladega. But we still have a race winner to decide. It's been a crazy one here today. And let's see if who can get the job done. The restart will decide everything. Ream, Haas, and Gutierrez the top 3. And let's go back racing with 2 laps to go at Pocono. A great restart from Jack Haas.
Oh, Angel Gutierrez is looking, but Reese Michaels is going even lower. 3 wide going into turn 1. That might not work here. Ooh. Hang on. Oh, my.
Oh no, it's not gonna work.
Nope, never mind. That's gonna end the race.
I thought it was fine. It is not. Reese Michaels goes around. Caution is out. Bradley Ream is gonna have a massive lead. And that's gonna do it. I don't know what on earth just happened right there.
Where did Caleb Rose come from? He's gonna get a top 5.
From 7th to possibly 2nd in this one. Great point save on number 42. And it is not gonna be a 2-lap shootout. It's gonna be a 1-lap shootout. And Bradley Ream will get his first win, first top 5, and first top 10 of the season here today. What on earth?
Wow. I don't know what to say about that. Like I said, this was going to be a shuffle race, and it says there for our top 3. Bradley Ream in the 32-1, Caleb Rose 2nd, and then how about that 27 car finishing 3rd? We have not mentioned them at all. Tanner Purden got 6. Wow. Man, everything happens here at Pocono.
Oh my goodness. Well, I guess this is what happens when we have the race name called Mango Madness, and that was definitely madness here today. Absolute chaos. Tough play for Reese Michaels. Made that 3-wide move. Was sketchy. I thought it was going to be fine off turn number 1. And then whatever happened, it didn't down the back stretch. You guys will see what happened in the corner of the screen. Just tough break. thought we were gonna have a 2-lap shootout. I tried everything I could, and they just were on that Mango Madness here today here at Pocono. But you know who's not gonna play? But Bradley Weeman, the number 32. He's gonna get his first top 10, first top 5, and his first win here today. 23rd in the point standings, and off of turn number 3. Ending under caution for I think the first time this season, it will be Bradley Weeman, the number 32, winning here today in the Snapple Mango Madness 150.
Wow, that race was absolute chaos from start to finish. The Pulsar isn't even inside the top 10. Bradley Ream, Caleb Rose, and others who started deeper in the field in the top 3. And, man, I feel bad for Jordan Stout. He had the race under control for most of the race, and yeah, at least he finished at Ronald Kennington.
Yeah, everyone did a great one from guys like Tanner Pullen, Jordan Stout, Kyle Sustripe, Ben Watson. They're all going to get great ones here today and have a good shot at this championship. Kennington, with finishing 23rd here today, that's going to hurt him big time. I don't know if he's going to lose point lead. It's going to be really close between Stout and Kennington, because Kennington finished 23rd and Stout finished 10th. So that's 13 points, and he got a bonus point, and I don't know if he left the most lap. So if it's Jordan Stout, then he could be the point leader. But then again, Tanner Pullen was 16 points behind and got 6th here today. Meanwhile, Kennington got 23rd. So it's gonna be close between all those guys: Kennington, Stout, Pullen, Sustroy, Watson. It's gonna be really, really close. But unfortunately for some of those guys like Randall, Garcia, Crawford, Yakimo, they didn't really have the best of ones here today. And it's going to be a tight championship battle going into the second half of the season, kicking off at Talladega next week, of all places. Ream gets the win, Rose in second, Abel, Mendoza, Gutierrez, Pullen, top 6, Fitzwater, Haas, Will, Stout, Watson, and Sessoir the top 12. Burnett, Parrish, Siakmo, Harris, Rando, and some of the other top 18, and Crawford and Reese Michaels finished this one. Tough play for Reese Michaels. I thought the 15 was going to make a crazy move from 4th to 2nd and then possibly have something for Bradley, but this was not the case. And then unfortunately, Juan Garcia and Ryan Dwyer and Juan Kennington were all involved in that second crash, and then Dwyer and Takashi were involved in the first crash. A chaotic race full of madness here today. That's the last time I'm going to say that, but for the first race in the booth, Matthew, how do you wrap that one up?
Well, chaotic is an understatement there. This race had pretty much everything. You have the underdog runner in Bradley Ream, the championship implications with what happened to Ronald Kennington. Tanner Barnes more than likely gonna take the points lead after this race, considering he finished 6th ahead of the other drivers. Jordan Stout almost had the race on lock, but some guys got by faster. Jack Haas had a good run in there in 8th, and how about that for Pocono Racing? Midway point of the season, and yeah, that was definitely a race of all time, if I had to say so.
Oh yeah, 100%. And this ARCA series, it's been fantastic. It was crazy last season, and that's our 7th different winner through 7 races, and the points are in. And Talladega next week is gonna be absolutely insane. Jordan Stout is gonna have a 2-point lead over Tampa, and then Juan Kennington is going to be in third, only 3 points behind. Wow. Substride in fourth, -13, and then Rando and Watson -16, and then Zachary Fitzgerald in seventh. He's having a quiet season. He got yet another quiet top 10. That's his fifth one on the season, and he's only 17 points behind. So the top 7 now into Talladega next week of all places, only 17 points behind. Wow. This might come down to the absolute wire down at New Smyrna, and we still have 7 races to go. Oh boy, thanks for Master Hubert for joining me up here in the booth for a crazy race here at Pocono. And until next week at Talladega, of all places, for race 8 of the season, and to kick off the second half of the season, we will see you guys then. Bye!